Coming this and every second Friday of the month at 11 a.m. is Trinity Healthcare Medical Center with your host, Dr. David Kuhn. Trinity Healthcare Medical Center is Ocala's only progressive primary care clinic. Be sure to listen in and also check their website at thcmc.com. Then call them with your questions at 512-0000. That's 512-0000. That's every second Friday at 11 a.m. for Trinity Healthcare Medical Center here on The Source WOCA.
12 minutes before 8 o'clock, 76 degrees, 89 is the expected high today. It is the first day of school, so be careful driving out there. Expect that there will be school buses out there. Expect that the school buses might take a little longer than they will. Give it a week or two after they've, everybody has figured out their routes and all of that. So work in some patience if you could. I had to work in some patience yesterday. I left my keys in my car. I have never done that, I don't think. I couldn't believe I did that.
Well, we were in a safe place, and we got to get ice cream while waiting on the guy, so that's okay.
And the guy was amazing. The guy comes to my car. He's got this inflatable little thing he puts into the door jamb, and it opens it up, and I thought, that's how easy you can break into a car.
Yeah.
That is all it takes. And he said, long gone are the days of the, what did he call it, the Jimmy stick or something?
Oh, the...
Whatever he called it.
Oh, my gosh, what was that called now? My mind's a blank. I knew it yesterday.
Jimmy stick? Something?
No, it was...
Does that sound right?
Now I forget what the name of it is. Because I've used those. My dad had one. Oh, my gosh.
A hijacking tool?
No, it was just... I said it last night when we were talking.
All right, well, you'll think of it. It'll just happen. Well, you'll just think of it all of a sudden.
I know. I'll just blurt it out. It'll just be there. Slim Jim.
Slim Jim? That's what you call it?
Slim Jim? No,
I thought that was... It could be. I don't know.
Oh, gosh. Now my mind's
sounds
blank.
Right. That sounds right.
Sounds
like a beef product, doesn't it?
I know. It is. It's like a beef jerky. What is that called?
All right. Move on to the next thing. All right. In 2013, amid warnings of a national child obesity epidemic and calls to improve children's food options, some of America's most popular fast food restaurants began promising healthier drinks and side dishes for children. But have they followed through with those promises? Sort of. According to a report by the Rudd Center for Food Policy and Obesity at the University of Connecticut, which came out this morning. Today is National Connecticut Day, by the way.
There you go.
So, in light of that, in the city of New York, a pop-up Cheetos restaurant with all recipes made from Cheetos.
There you go.
All recipes made from Cheetos.
Fight City Hall.
Yes. What's that Cheetos mascot called? Cheddar?
Chester.
Chester Cheddar. Yeah, Chester Cheddar.
Chester Cheddar.
Yeah, that's the name of the restaurant.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's a 4-day restaurant. You'll be up in New York for this, by the way. This is only next week.
When does it start?
Sometime when you're up there.
Oh, okay.
You'll be up there. You go get a Chester Cheddar or whatever creation.
Oh, it all boils down to common sense with the parents, and that all shouldn't be put on the restaurants. Let the restaurants sell what they want, and the parents are the ones that guide the children. So don't,
You really should do a radio show.
Well, I should.
Yeah, you got so many great opinions. So do a radio show.
It's just my opinion.
What else did I not tell you here? A Russian surveillance plane flew over Washington, D.C. and traveled near the Pentagon and other government buildings yesterday.
Nice.
The flight of the Russian Air Force Tupolev Tu-154 was made as part of the Open Skies Treaty, which is a long-standing pact signed by 34 nations that allows participants to fly over any part of any territory of other participants to make sure everyone is adhering to treaties limiting the numbers and types of weapons. How about that?
Gee.
U.S. Air Force personnel were on the plane, which flew at a low altitude around 3,700 feet. It's interesting what's going on in our world, isn't it?
Yeah. Wonder if the U.S. is allowed to fly into Russian airspace.
Yes, we are. The answer is yes.
Without getting shot down.
It's not Russia that we're that worried about. Mm-hmm. It's Iran and places like that.
And North Korea.
North Korea, that's the one.
Iran that has billions of dollars from the U.S.
President Donald Trump, late yesterday, retweeted 2 posts blaming former President Barack Obama for North Korea's nuclear capabilities, remaining silent on Pyongyang's notice that it developed a plan to strike Guam. The retweets came after North Korea said early this morning, their time, it was late yesterday, our time, that it would have a plan for striking Guam by mid-August, and dictator Kim Jong-un would make the final decision. I will make the final decision. Oh, my gosh.
I know. He has no respect for human
So getting back to that story, the North Korean army is developing a plan in order to interdict the enemy forces on major military bases on Guam and signal a crucial warning to the United States. Guam is home to about 160,000 people and a U.S. military base that includes a submarine squadron, an air base, and a Coast Guard group.
Gosh.
The Hwasong-12 rockets, to be launched by the Korean People's Army, will cross the sky above Shimane, Hiroshima, and Koichi prefectures of Japan.
This is so
They will fly
scary.
They will fly for 2,085 miles. It'll take 1,065 seconds for them to reach their target, and they will hit the waters 30 to 40 kilometers away from Guam. Tensions surged this week after Trump's warning to the isolated state to give up its nuclear weapons and missile programs.
This is so scary.
Hold on, I gotta get the phone. Let me go to the phone. Speaking of the phone's ringing in here and I'm not seeing it. Good morning, you're on the air.
Good morning, Larry Robin.
Hey,
I
Sonny.
mean, we've basically given this guy the okay for about, 60 or 70 years. Well, they invaded South Korea. We pushed them all the way back into China. Now, don't forget, I think that China sent 100,000 Chinese troops
That's right.
to help bail them out. But we wound up pushing everybody back into China. And what do? This is the great victory that we had. We retreat back to the 38th parallel. Does that really mean they lost the war? I don't think so, not in my book. Then comes along LBJ. Under LBJ, we lost the Pueblo. Those crew and the commander Buka of the Pueblo were held by the North Koreans for, 2 years before they were released. And the conditions that they came back to us in were horrific. They were tortured, starved, whatever happened to them. Then we turn around and we get Clinton. And they started their saber rattling again. And what does he do? Oh, we'll turn around and give you fuel. We'll give you nuclear fuel. We'll give you all kinds of food. The same thing happened in '99 when they had a major famine over there. What did we do? We bailed them out. And then you had the Bushes, who basically did nothing but condone them, and all the way up until today.
Yeah.
Now, this is the first president since, Truman or Eisenhower was the president in the Korean War? I think Truman was the president and Eisenhower finished it up. And we've encouraged them for over 60 years. Nothing happens. They'll yell and scream and we'll still get whatever we want and keep going.
Yeah.
So now they have that mindset. And sorry to say, the people of North Korea are really... I don't know what to say. You could say one thing, that they're very pathetic, that they don't want to take the management of their country back from a dictator. Or on the other hand, I guess they can't.
But they also have been convinced that we are the devil. And so, as bad as it may be for them, they don't want us there at all because they don't have any communication with anything other than what their government wants them to hear. So they don't.
That's right.
They don't realize who we are.
What worked, believe it or not, in all the years from World War II on, was a little outfit that was run by our government called Radio Free Europe. It was still working when I was in the service. And one of their transmission centers was in Cyprus. I know because I was there.
Yeah.
And the point of the matter is, it worked, contrary to popular belief. Now, the Russian government and the other governments that didn't want to really hear Radio Free Europe, they tried jamming it. But we were able to, people that really wanted to hear what was going on in the rest of the world were still able somehow or the other to tune in.
Well, that's true. And in today's world, the internet would do that same thing. I don't know how many kids have radios these days, especially in North
there's not too much internet allowed in North Korea.
That's where I was going with it.
Radios are allowed.
Could
be. It's a lot harder to stop a radio receiver than it is a little, a cell phone or an iPhone or a computer.
Yeah, I think
anyway,
that would help.
When you think about it, we've basically encouraged the North Koreans for 70 years.
Yeah, we were supporting them, and I'm sure that's why he's upset now. All right, thank you, Sonny. Let me go.
Have a good day.
By the way, there was a story back in May. I did a real quick search, and you might remember this. The U.S. Put its ground-based mid-course defense missile shield to the test, firing an intercontinental ballistic missile from the Marshall Islands, and successfully knocked it down. Hopefully we can do it if we need to when it's a real thing. We'll be right back.
UOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. North Korea getting ready to carry out its most provocative missile launch to date.
Learning more about the plans for North Korea to fire 4 intermediate-range missiles into the waters near Guam. They're going to fire what is a Hwasong-12, 4 Hwasong-12 missiles. It will fly over Japan vowing to respond. Guam sits some 2,100 miles southeast of Pyongyang.
Fox's Griff Jenkins. The first hurricane of the Atlantic season making landfall early this morning in eastern Mexico. Franklin, now a tropical storm, weakening as it moves inland.
It's disintegrating, which is great news, but the flooding potential, especially in the mountainous regions, is going to be extreme.
Fox meteorologist Janice Dean, and forecasters are predicting an extremely active season for tropical storms and hurricanes in the Atlantic. Fox News, we report, you decide.
This is the sound of a brand new outdoor grill being hurled off a 20-story building. Now a stylish glass coffee table. An electric guitar. These are the things you could enjoy, all cast into oblivion. Because when you throw away money on wasted electricity, you throw away everything you could have bought with it. Visit EnergySavers.gov and get tips on how to save energy and money. Then do things like switch to Energy Star light bulbs or Energy Star appliances, and you could save hundreds of dollars a year. So this doesn't happen to the recliner you've had your eye on, or this to the treadmill on your wish list, or this to the shiny new bike your kid's been asking for. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Buying and selling? Then you know about OcalaForSale.com, Marion County's internet marketplace. But there's something you might not know. I'm Michael Warren, president of USA for Sale. We created Ocala for Sale in 1998 with a passion to connect buyers and sellers and to help local businesses reach shoppers online. On Ocala for Sale, you're just a click away from thousands of deals for real estate, rentals, cars, furniture, appliances, horses, pets, and more. Looking for a job? Our Help Wanted section is booming. Shopping the villages and beyond? Now you'll find great deals on villages for sale, as well as our new statewide classified, Florida for Sale. Log on today and post your free classified. You'll reach thousands of shoppers who check our listings every day. Are you a business looking to get a corner on the internet marketplace? USA for Sale can help you reach your target audience in Ocala, the villages, and statewide. There's no better place to reach shoppers than right where they shop. Let us show you how. Learn more by calling 352-629-1663 or visit us online at usaforsale.com.
There are only a few things in life that you can be certain will always be around: death, taxes, the pursuit of happiness, and computers. As they continue to advance at an epic pace, the one absolute certainty about them is that they'll break. It's not an if, it's a when. And when it happens, bring it to the only company in Ocala that's certified in Apple and Microsoft, Ocala Mac and PC Repair. They even offer on-site computer repair service, so they come to you. And if you do drop it off, you can check your repair status online. Ocala Mac and PC Repair is a family-owned and operated company that can do everything from mobile repair to wireless networks, fixing viruses, data recovery, even building and installing new systems. Visit online at ocalamacpc.com. In person, 1713 East Silver Springs Boulevard, or give them a call, 352-566-8324. That's 352-566-8324. Ocala Mac and PC Repair.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
5 minutes after 8 o'clock, and it's the first day of school. If you're out there driving, I don't know what time the kids will be out there getting on the buses, etc. I would guess it's probably about now. But anyway, just be aware of that. Be a little bit more patient, perhaps. Maybe leave a little bit earlier. Sometimes the school bus routine needs a little bit of getting used to before everybody's kind of streamlined in doing it. As it eventually every year this happens. So just so you know.
Yeah.
All right, we don't have Galen on the phone. We will cover for him. He may call in while we're talking. Galen, you know, of course, from Life South Community Blood Center, comes on the air with us each weekday morning to remind us that it's only us that makes it possible for there to be a blood supply. Should there be a need for somebody in the hospital for blood, then that blood supply needs to be there, and the donations can't happen that day. They happen 3 days earlier or something like that. So you can't just run in there. And you know what? When I say if there's a need, there is always a need. If you walk through the hospital right now, if you walk through, look into the doors, you will see people receiving some kind of a blood product, whether it's whole blood or plasma, and I don't even know all the other terms. But that doesn't get there by some kind of a scientific method. It's the old-fashioned donor gets a pint of blood donated into a plastic bag, and they bring it and do whatever they do with it, and then the hospitals are able to use it to save lives. And every once in a while, and maybe more frequently than that, there are stories, and Galen is the one who tells us about these stories, of one individual,
yes,
perhaps who was shot, perhaps has a hemorrhage or something, that needs many units of blood in order to save his or her life. So just trying to do a little bit of promoting there for donating blood.
You do a good job.
Galen, are you there?
I sure am. Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Good. Where are you right now?
I'm just trying to get started. It's been one of those mornings.
That's right. First day of school.
Well, I wish that's easy. My kid, my son drives himself. He drives his brother. That part's been easy.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
Okay.
that's got to be sad, though.
No, I don't look at it that way at all. I think it's great. He's growing up. He's becoming a man. That's what you train your children to be.
Yeah.
Men and women. So he's doing what what the good Lord wants him to do.
So what's going on? What's going on in your world? Why?
It's just hospitals. We're just really critical in need of platelets, and just been on the phone with several hospitals this morning. They just need more blood, and we need to get it to them.
Wow.
Well, there you go. That kind of underscores what I was trying to say, waiting for you to come on the air with us, is that there's no other way to do this. There's no magic pill. There's no scientific procedure. It's just us. We go down and lay down and let the phlebotomists do what they do with our blood and leave.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah. Now, if you want to know what happens, we can give you a tour of the facility and all that. But pretty much lay down, we drain you, and then you feed you some cookies.
Oh, how wonderful!
Maybe watch a movie, a little Urkel, and then you leave.
So we were talking earlier about the fact that you're going to do Friday football. But the team we're not doing all schools this year. We're just doing we're following the one team, the Trinity High School Celtics, right?
That's correct.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. I always confuse Celtic and Celtic. I never know what to say. Okay. So
one is Irish and one isn't. I think one is Irish, and then the other one is like German or something.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Somebody will correct
All right.
me.
So, but let me ask you this: they will be playing, but in the course of listening throughout the season, will we hear all the other teams? Are they playing? Do they play every other team in the district?
In the county? No.
Oh, they don't.
They don't. No, they don't.
So how many games?
They play a few.
How many games are there?
There'll be at least 10, and then they go to the playoffs, and we'll follow their run through the playoffs.
You know what? I want to ask you this. As a play-by-play guy, do you, practice? I mean, like, when Robert and I do music, which we're doing one today, by the way.
Yes.
I'm nervous. If I don't practice for a few days beforehand, I'm like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
So do you have to practice somehow?
Absolutely.
Yeah. How do you practice that?
Well, you just watch a football game on TV and you call it.
Okay.
It's just like anything. If you want to be really good at it, you have to get the basics down, the fundamentals. What is going to be and so in play-by-play, it's your cadence. What speed are you going to call the game at? And then that will start to dictate what you do inside that cadence. So if you have basically 25 seconds between each play, right, at most. So in 25 seconds, what do you want to cover every single play? What are those fundamentals? And then you start building that, and that's where your style comes from. So if you're a stats guy, for example, then you're going to say, hey, it's second down and 4, and in this situation, my quarterback's 3 for 4 with 2 first down conversions.
If you were coaching somebody to do play-by-play for broadcasts, what would you say to them regarding loyalty to a team? Like, let's say, you've got every single week you're following one team. How do you prevent yourself from seeming biased?
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with it if you're the home team, right? So for example, I'm covering Trinity football. I'm okay with you got to cover it honestly, but there's nothing wrong with you leaning towards the home side. Nothing at all. Oh. No problem at all. I'm not a national broadcast. I'm not you got to remember, and this is what I tell people when they ask me that question: who pays your check? Are you being paid by the flagship radio station of, say, the Jacksonville Jaguars? Then you're going to be biased to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, wow.
Paying your check. Absolutely.
Money
You're not a journalist. And I tell people this all the time. You are not a journalist. Your job is to entertain the fans of this team. And that's your job. And so
that makes sense. Yeah.
Sometimes you could be critical of your team.
So then something.
But if you,
all right.
Go ahead.
So then something Joe and Robin and I were talking about yesterday, I was wrong about, because we were talking about the fact that I think it's the first game in September that you won't be able to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it's Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be at Dragon.
So we were talking about getting a high school kid to do it for you, and I said, well, the high school kid will be favoring one team over the other, and that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
But
So that's actually our plan. It's I'm going to be the announcer, but the broadcaster. But I'm also, and I've actually talked to Trinity about this. I'd love for them to have a kid in high school who wants to go into broadcasting be in the booth with me, whether it's the same kid every week, or I should say same student every week, or a different student every week. I think that's fun. I think it gives something to the broadcast. I think it makes it a little more entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And we were told that you're going to be doing both home and away games, and that the season starts the 25th of August.
That's right. Yeah, first game's at home, and I have tasked my man Dan with making sure the sound's good. So, I'm like, hey, we're not going to have a repeat of what happened at the MCYFL last year where you screwed up there. So, yeah. I'm excited. I haven't done a full season of high school football in 15 years.
Well,
I'm excited. I'm really rusty, so I've been practicing.
For the sake of the listeners who love football and who love high school football, I think you're giving a wonderful gift to the community. It's just going to be. I've always supported this. I've never been a sports fan, but I understand the importance of making sure that a radio station connects to a community, and doing that through something as positive as high school football. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. So.
No.
And I think Robin and I do our part as far as supporting a lot of the different things that the kids in the schools are doing regarding the arts. We always are promoting the plays that they put on, and Robin is always big on the high school marching bands which Galen loves the marching band.
I know.
Part.
He just can't.
Are you going to do play-by-play during the marching band part of the football game?
No, hopefully interview somebody from the school. It's just.
But let me ask you something.
Bad on the radio.
But no, but wouldn't it make sense to have like the band director up there with you just for a 5-minute interview?
Yeah, but you can't do it during halftime. That's his whole game.
No, I know, but you could have him up there
during that time.
At some point, 10 minutes before, 15 minutes before he's got to be down there with the kids.
I'm sure I will. Yeah, I'm sure I will. Yeah.
Ask him why they don't have any bagpipes. I always wondered that. How come they don't have any bagpipes?
The Celtic band doesn't have bagpipes? I think that's a fair question. And how come they don't all wear kilts? I mean, at some point you have to meet my expectations.
All right. Hey, there was something in the news. I wanted to ask you this and then share something with you. All right. The thing in the news was this. Did you know this? This was in Forbes. And apparently this is not a new story, but it was in Forbes just earlier this month. The Easter Island heads are really the top of full-body statues. That nobody knew about this until they started digging. And the things go down like twice as far as the head is tall. Did you know this?
There you go. I'm not shocked by it. I mean, those things were pretty big, and they didn't move for
that means no.
However many 100 years. I didn't know it, but it doesn't shock me.
Okay. Well,
something was supporting it. Yeah.
It didn't shock you, but it shocked them. They were surprised. They had no clue that these were full bodies. Okay, which means that the mystery of them is even greater than it was. So it led me down the rabbit hole of other archaeological discoveries. Archaeological? Am I saying it right, Robin?
Mm-hmm.
Throughout history, and I wanted to share some of them with you. You ready?
Do it. Now I'll tell you, my favorite one is the stones of the Temple of Doom and their power. That was my favorite archaeological.
Oh,
it's a Temple of Doom.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I mean that's mine. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I don't know a lot.
Do you remember?
That's my favorite one.
All right,
that was based on a true story, right? That's all true, right?
I think so. You got it.
All right, the Terracotta Army. Have you ever seen the statues from the Terracotta Army?
I've seen them in a museum. Yeah.
What do we? Yeah. We went to Splendid China, And they actually had a life-size miniature. No, these were life-sized. the statues were life-size, but the area that we walked through was a small version of what
it was
they had.
to scale. Yeah,
I mean,
it was
they had,
awesome.
but in the actual one, they had thousands of these statues of soldiers buried with this guy.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Unbelievable.
Horses, chariots, the whole 9 yards.
Exactly.
Let's see. There was the Roman Byzantine bathhouse in Israel, which everybody's familiar with. I've seen pictures of this hundreds of times.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in looking through the sewers beneath there, they found baby bones. Lots and lots of baby bones. Leading archaeologists and scientists to believe that they, in those days, used to dispose of their babies in that swimming thing, that green water.
Oh my gosh!
That must have been a religious.
You mean when they died or something?
I would assume that they died in childbirth or maybe miscarriages, but that's where they would bring them.
Or maybe they felt they weren't perfect, so they got rid of them.
That could be.
Wow.
Anyway, hundreds and hundreds of baby bones in the sewer below that green pool. You've seen the green pool, right?
Yeah.
People pose there.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah,
People
all right.
pose there.
Let's see. In 2004, a grisly discovery was made outside of the Aztec, outside of Mexico City, with the Aztecs. What do you call that?
The ruins.
Yeah, the ruins. Thank you. They found numerous decapitated and mutilated bodies of both human and animals, showing horrific the rituals probably were back in those days.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, you got to remember, Larry, it was an honor to be, sacrificed.
Yeah. I guess.
I mean, not for you if you were the sacrificee, but for your family. I mean, they bestowed gifts on you and all kinds of things. So it was, you're honored if you were to be sacrificed.
All right, here's
So you
another.
had that going for you.
The Rosetta Stone, that's an easy one. That was 1799, but still, that was a huge archaeological discovery.
Yeah, monumental. Yeah, absolutely. They're still learning from it.
Since being discovered by pilots at the turn of the 20th century, a series of low stone walls in the Negev desert of Israel had puzzled scientists. The walls could be up to 40 miles long in some places and were nicknamed kites because that's what they resemble from the air.
Gosh.
Recently, because they found bones, they figured out what they were used for. These were animal bones. Hunters would funnel large groups of animals into their pens with those walls.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
Just walk them.
Smart, actually.
Just walk them to their death. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Well, you kind of herd them to that direction. So if you have a huge hunting party, you just kind of keep moving, and they're going to run away from you, and you run them into that, and it kind of to a choke point.
Did you hear
Smart, actually.
Did you hear about the boa constrictor in the attic of this couple in Englewood?
I did. I'm sorry. I'm out. I'm selling the house.
Oh man!
I've got nothing to do with it. The funniest, and once you get one snake story, you get like 5. Have you noticed that?
But that wasn't a fake one.
No. I said snake.
Oh, snake. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So the one that cracked me up is there is a 911 call, and they played the call, and this woman's in her driveway because her python is wrapped around her neck trying to eat her head.
Oh my God!
It was her pet snake, right? So that in itself, you're like, okay, first of all, that's crazy. And then they go inside the house, and she had 9 of them. She had 9 pythons.
Oh,
and this one was like 15 feet. I'm like, oh my gosh. And they're like, please help me. My snake's trying to eat me. And she couldn't get the snake off, and they ended up having to chop its head off.
Oh,
well, good.
man.
I mean, geez,
I didn't hear that one.
She was very distraught because they killed her snake.
Well, I hope they got rid of all the other ones too.
Man, but right? I don't know.
She is nuts.
I don't know.
I mean, they can come and take children away from, people,
Sure.
so they should be able to take away snakes.
I'm sure they could. Really weird.
The Voynich manuscript, Voynich, described as the world's most mysterious manuscript. This piece of literature has been dated back to the 15th century Italy. Most of its pages filled with what seems to be herbal recipes. None of the plants match known species, and the language remains undecipherable.
Now that's cool.
None of the plants look like anything we know. There's evidence.
You know what? I need to do something like that, and then in 1,000 years, I'm like, this guy was so far either ahead of his time or behind his time.
Here's the
old Voynich is laughing. It's like, yeah.
Right. Well, this is what I think is going to happen in the future. Somebody's going to be digging, and they're going to find this thing called Disney World, and they're going to swear. They're going to swear up and down that we worship the mouse.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, the difference is we have so much more recorded data than they did during that time. I mean, granted, that's assuming there's not some electronic impulse that wipes out every memory card that we have, right?
I think it would. I think that could happen.
But we still have so many books, and the amount of information we have about our society today is 10 times what it was 100 years ago, and probably 100 times what it was 200 years ago, et cetera. So it's kind of interesting.
All
they have to do is, if they want to know about somebody, all they do is follow their Facebook page.
You're right.
Oh, look, on August 8th, they ate.
That's right. They had a hamburger.
This is what they ate. And we even have a picture of it.
Quiche Lorraine. They had quiche Lorraine.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let me push a button, take a break, and we'll be right back. This important announcement that Galen gives us each weekday morning, not the stuff we were just talking about, but the stuff earlier, that blood is only in a blood bank because people like you and I say, you know what, I'm going to help out. And when you do that, it takes very little effort on your part except getting there. Getting there is the biggest part of this.
Yeah, you make time to do
You
that.
just go there, and somebody's... When you hear in the news 3 days after you gave blood... When you hear in the news about an accident, it's very possible that your blood saved the life of that person you're reading about.
Yep.
How about that for an incentive right there? All right, we will take a little break and be right back with Galen after this.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident on this Thursday. Times of clouds and sun with a thunderstorm in spots this afternoon. The high 88 to 92. The patchy clouds Thursday night, low 73 to 77. Intervals of clouds and sun on Friday with a shower or thunderstorm around, mainly in the afternoon across the interior, high 89 to 93. For Saturday, partly sunny, a morning shower or two, then an afternoon thunderstorm, a high of 88 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
I'm Jan Marino from Palm Garden of Ocala, and I'd like to tell you about the Palm Garden Way. We promote individual care, of course, but we also encourage GEMS. That's going the extra mile, and these are thoughtful individual gifts that make each guest stay special. A gem could be a daily latte or a new book or something else that means a lot to our guest. To find out more about the Palm Garden Way, take a tour, located on the corner of 27th Avenue and 34th Street in Ocala.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
When we're stressed, we tend to take shallower breaths. If our brain isn't getting enough oxygen, it'll send signals to our body telling it to yawn deeply in order to get more air. Female Tinder users are 98% less likely to swipe right on your profile if your bio section is blank. Taking breaks does, in fact, help boost our mood and makes us more creative and productive.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
All right, 26 minutes after 8 o'clock. Galen Unold is on the phone. Galen, in the news this morning, of course, is all the stuff about North Korea, and Kim Jong-un is making a decision today about whether to do another test. And if they do the test, this one is going to land off the coast of Guam, as you know. And if it actually has a nuclear warhead in it, and if we shoot it down before it gets there, the talk on the internet, it's a huge buzzing point here. What would happen? What would happen? Would it detonate and cause a nuclear blast in the air? Wow.
Oh, first of all, if it's got a nuclear... If it's got a nuclear warhead, we don't want it to land near Guam. I mean, that would be worse. I would think you would want to shoot it somewhere else over the Pacific because it could hit near
You would think
Guam.
so,
That
yeah,
means
yeah.
That radioactive cloud could go either, further east to Hawaii or west and hit Japan. So, or back to the Korean Peninsula. I mean, I think if we could shoot it down, then it'll be such a show that, hey, we can stop you, Ill.
All right, let me.
And
Yeah,
see what happens.
that's exactly right. But here's the answer from Ellery Keller. He is a environmental scientist for the University of Phoenix. Do you know this guy?
The University of Phoenix is known for their ecology. Yeah.
Okay. This is what he said. I'm sorry. Okay. If an interceptor successfully penetrates the heat shield of an entering warhead, it will probably initiate some type of a burn in the explosive lens that is responsible for nuclear detonation. However, it will not, in all the most unlikely of scenarios, detonate the plutonium core or fission primary. But this is besides the point. As the core of the missile is ruptured, the nuclear material within will be shattered and exposed to the surrounding atmosphere, exposing the contents to either the near vacuum of low Earth orbit or Earth's atmosphere. If the missile is already in an earthward trajectory, this material will spread far and wide across a geographical area of the planet due to gravity. So, So either way, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, let's be clear. I mean, if he fires this and it's got nuclear material inside it, we're going to war.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's avoidable.
Yeah, today.
I don't think he's going to do it. He'll be wiped off the planet within 3 months. Because then even China can't defend them. I mean, maybe the Iranians can, but that's about it. I mean, nobody will be able to defend the guy.
You would hope so, yeah.
We'll be at war. We'll be at
Gosh.
absolute war. We'll bomb them. But so.
We had kind of a
But I
light.
mean,
We had a light news thing this morning, except for this story, and it made me wonder. I hope that wasn't like the lull before the storm or whatever they say. The calm before the storm.
I don't think it'll happen.
I hope you're right. Because we got high school football we need to get in there.
Yes, we do.
I mean, I just don't think that'll. I don't think he's going to.
All right.
I think he'll fire the missile. It won't have a nuclear warhead attached.
Galen, 20 seconds. Where's the Bloodmobile today?
Bloodmobile today is at Phillips Chrysler Jeep. So please come see us and give the gift of life and donate blood.
There you go. Go get a
South
Jeep.
441.
All right, we will take a break. Be right back. Galen, thank you for what you do. Have a great day.
Thank you, guys. Bye all.
We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. North Korea getting ready to carry out its most provocative missile launch to date.
Learning more about the plans for North Korea to fire 4 intermediate range missiles into the waters near Guam. They're going to fire what is a Hwasong-12, 4 Hwasong-12 missiles. It will fly over Japan vowing to respond. Guam sits some 2,100 miles southeast of Pyongyang.
Fox's Griff Jenkins. The first hurricane of the Atlantic season making landfall early this morning in eastern Mexico. Franklin, now a tropical storm weakening as it moves inland.
It's disintegrating, which is great news, but the flooding potential, especially in the mountainous regions, is going to be extreme.
Fox meteorologist Janice Dean and forecasters are predicting an extremely active season for tropical storms and hurricanes in the Atlantic. Fox News, we report, you decide.
This is the sound of a brand new outdoor grill being hurled off a 20-story building. Now a stylish glass coffee table. An electric guitar. These are the things you could enjoy, all cast into oblivion. Because when you throw away money on wasted electricity, you throw away everything you could have bought with it. Visit EnergySavers.gov and get tips on how to save energy and money. Then do things like switch to Energy Star light bulbs or Energy Star appliances, and you could save hundreds of dollars a year. So this doesn't happen to the recliner you've had your eye on, or this to the treadmill on your wish list, or this to the shiny new bike your kid's been asking for. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Have you been contacted via email, phone, or mail stating you won a free cruise or airline tickets? If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Join Carol Kane from Carol's Trips on Monday, August 14th at 10:05 a.m. on WOCA. Carol will share with us some all-important tips to make sure you don't get scammed. That's Monday, August 14th at 10:05 a.m.
It's time to go.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident on this Thursday. Times of clouds and sun with a thunderstorm in spots this afternoon. The high 88 to 92. The patchy clouds Thursday night, low 73 to 77. Intervals of clouds and sun on Friday with a shower or thunderstorm around, mainly in the afternoon across the interior, high 89 to 93. For Saturday, partly sunny, a morning shower or two, then an afternoon thunderstorm, a high of 88 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hey Ocala, this is Kelly Hart, Executive Editor of Ocala Magazine. Did you know last year Ocala Magazine won more awards in excellence than any other publication in Florida? And this year, Ocala Magazine was named Best Consumer Magazine in the state. Now you can join me every Friday at 10 a.m. on Ocala Magazine Radio, where we bring the pages of Ocala Magazine to life, right here on The Source. Ocala Magazine thanks you for making us number one. And remember, there is only one Ocala Magazine.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to tune in to the first and third Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. to learn about the latest advances in healthcare available right here at home. Ocala Regional Medical Center and Strive have teamed up to bring the most qualified medical professionals on the air to answer your questions and bring information to help you in your decisions concerning your health. Again, that's the first and third Thursday. Health matters.
Hospice of Marion County has an urgent need for volunteers to share a conversation with someone, run errands, hold someone's hand. All you need is a willingness to help others. Our volunteers believe the blessings they receive far exceed the services they offer. Will you consider serving, caring, and making a difference? Call today, 873-7441. Hospice of Marion County, making more moments of life possible.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.